Marriage and divorce. The best way to handle it. There are about 1.8 billion young people between the ages of 10 and 24. That's the largest youth population ever, and it's about 42% of the global population. Therefore, it is important to discuss marriage as an institution and the best way to handle it. In this short video, I'll be sharing with you crucial facts about choosing a partner as a youth and how you can protect or reduce divorce rate. Firstly, you need to know that marriage is a covenant, not a contract. Therefore, it is not like having relationship with your internet service provider, saying, as long as you keep providing the internet, I'll keep paying. Far too often, we treat marriage as the same. A formal contract based on happiness or some legal benefits as long as we have sex. The bills are paid and I'm happy. I'll stay with you. Don't be mistaken. Don't marry a man without a job. Before God gave Adam Eve, he gave him a job. He said, "This is the garden. Till it. So if any man comes telling you how beautiful you are and the way he feels about you, you need to ask him, do you have a job? If he doesn't have any source of income, then please do not marry him. Rather, advise him to go get a job. As a man, he is to provide for the need of his household and not the other way around. So if he has no income, then he should not marry. For the boys, do not marry for beauty's sake. Delilah was pretty, but she ruined Samson's life. The beauty you're seeing today will fade away because everybody grows old. So that beautiful lady you're seeing today is not an exception. Don't try to marry outside your faith. My pastor normally say, it is better to be single than to be married to the wrong person. Don't ever think you can marry somebody and later change the fellow to meet your status. It doesn't work that way. If a person can change before marriage and you decided to go on and marry, then you've just settled for the worst. As a lady, when you see a tall, lanky, handsome, wealthy young man and you because of that decided to marry him, you've made a big mistake. Goliath was tall, but he lost his head to David. King Saul was lanky, but he lost his crown. As a young lady, you should not marry a fool. In fact, his physical features is of no use. His wealth doesn't matter if he doesn't have the real qualities to be in marriage. You need to know that marriage intensifies your problems. It doesn't fix them. One of my friends lived with his fiancée for a few years before getting married. Prior to their wedding, he informed me that he didn't think things would change much since they were pretty much doing all the things married couples do. Living together, having sex, joint bank accounts, etc. I now explained to him that there were scientific and psychological downsides to cohabitation and that marriage puts all your problems under a microscope and intensifies them. I explained that at the moment, they were just fantastic roommates who got along and hooked up. But once the metal switch of forever came into the mix and more flaws popped up, that's the perfect storm. A year into his marriage, he called me with the news he and his wife were on the way to counseling. And they said, "You were right about the microscope thing. Little issues became giant stones and the things we brushed off while dating now drives us north. To be honest, we are about to split." Another friend of mine told me that once he got married, his porn problems would go away because they had been having sex more often. I laughed straight in his face. His porn problem didn't go away. Instead, it wreaked havoc in his marriage. What I hammer home the most for young people who ask my advice regarding preparing for marriage more often than not, I tell them these simple phrases. 1. Spend the time becoming the type of person you would want to marry. 2. Get a test. Make sure your woman can conceive. 3. Be good friends. Communicate consistently and talk about everything. 4. Value your partnership. Work on all your projects together. 5. Know your partner's relationship with drugs, alcohol, and gambling. Lastly, as a young man, do not marry a lady who is too worldly or a lady who is always after jewelries. Because if you do, you've gotten something you worship for the rest of your life. Finally, always feel like you can be open in your relationship. And be open. Don't ever feel like you have to hide anything. When having an argument, make it constructive and not destructive. You are both going to grow and change significantly through the years, but you may not grow and change in the same direction. My conclusion: you need to know that it's never going to be 50-50. Somebody is always going to be carrying more of the load. But as long as the burdened partner is not the same one all the time, you can make it work. Thank you for watching our video. If you find it interesting, kindly look at the button on your screen and press to subscribe for more interesting videos. We love you.